Well, if Good Friday is a day for nails and wood, Easter is a day of stones and earth. The rock outside the tomb in the small Easter garden at Tefontivias in Wiltshire this morning, where I was taking a communion service in a happily full church, was scraped aside with a satisfying note. And over at Salisbury Cathedral, the stonemasons have dressed a huge tombstone, half my height, circular, rolled it away first thing this morning in their quite spectacular Easter garden outside the south door. It's a day for unearthed graves, tombs opening up, of Mary mistaking Jesus for a gardener. So unfamiliar his appearance. And of course, in a way, he was. He was the son of the great eternal gardener, of course. And the strangeness of the resurrection narratives should be retained. Easter is an untamed festival. It can't be domesticated with chicks and rabbits, much as I like rabbits, and we've got a few living in our garden now. It is a weird festival, one might say. Shocking, terrifying actually. There's a lot of fear in the resurrection stories, as well as joy, as there would be. A lot of attempts to process what was basically unprocessable, because the resurrection was not like anything. There's nothing to compare it to. It's incomparable entirely. It is the festival of the unique, and yet of the deeply earthy. And it's fitting to be outside on an Easter day. And happy Easter, by the way, groundlings. I was up early at 5 o'clock and we managed to get all three of our young, aged 16, 19 and 21, to a dawn service, which in itself was something of a miracle of resurrection. And we went over to the Vale of Pewsey, to the third highest point in Wiltshire, Martinsville Hill, a beautiful hill fort. I might have posted from there, but you'd have heard nothing, so buffeting was the wind. But it was a hazy and beautiful, moving celebration at first light. And then on to, as I say, to the Nadder Valley, nearer to Salisbury, across the plain, past a crowded Stonehenge, and to Chilmark, and then Tefontivias, in two of Wiltshire's most spectacular villages, to my mind. And then this afternoon, Easter egg hunt in the garden, a short doze, and as you can probably tell, there she is. A short walk, a short drag out with Effie. So whatever you've been about, allow Easter a few days to settle in all of its untamed mystery. If you can be outside, get outside, where all of the events really, or most of the events of Easter happened. Calvary, of course, the cross of Christ, outside the city wall, the tomb, Easter morning, outside again, and in those resurrection appearances, those who are locked in for fear were liberated outdoors by the resurrection. It is, well, words fail to describe Easter Day. It's not unusual. As I said earlier, it's unique, it's incomparable. And so we take our starting point from Easter Day as Christians. We start with the impossible event of new creation, and we work out our lives backwards from there. Everything begins from this point. God bless you, friends, and happy Easter as you go to ground.